tonight, there's a new round of punishment from the U.S. and our European allies following those Russian atrocities in Ukraine. For the first time, Vladimir Putin's 2 adult daughters were sanctioned. It is believed that the Russian dictator and other Kremlin leaders hide their wealth through family members. These latest sanctions come amid Russia's escalating brutality in Ukraine, including alleged war crimes in the port city of Mariupol. The mayor there detailing what could be the highest death toll in a single town of this war. More than 5,000 civilians killed, he said. And he also accused Russian troops of using mobile crematoriums to burn bodies to cover their tracks. And there's yet more evidence of Russian atrocities that are coming to light, including this attack on an ambulance outside a Ukrainian children's hospital in Mykolaiv. Well, there's a lot to get to tonight, starting with CBS's Weijia Jiang at the White House. Good evening, Weijia.
Good evening to you, Norah. President Biden says the U.S. and its allies are not only stifling Russia's economic growth today, but for years to come. Tonight, though, Ukraine's president saying those sanctions are simply not enough to stop the bloodshed that is happening right now.
There's nothing less happening than major war crimes.
President Biden promised to make Moscow pay for its brutality, today rolling out another round of harsh economic penalties.
Just in 1 year, our sanctions are likely to wipe out the last 15 years of Russia's economic gains.
The U.S. banned all new investment in Russia by Americans, blocked assets from 2 of Russia's largest banks from the American financial system, and targeted Kremlin officials and their relatives. The U.S. also sanctioned Vladimir Putin's adult daughters, Maria Putina, a scientist, and Katerina Tikhanova, a former acrobatic dancer, both billionaires living in Russia and rarely seen in public. The U.S. also leveled its first criminal charges against a Russian oligarch today, Konstantin Malofeyev, accused of evading sanctions. Millions of his assets in the U.S. seized.
These oligarchs and their family members are not allowed to hold on to their wealth in Europe and the United States and keep these yachts worth hundreds of millions of dollars, their luxury vacation homes, while children in Ukraine are being killed, displaced from their homes every single day.
But the sanctions so far have not targeted Russia's energy sector, the country's biggest moneymaker, and the ruble is now back to its pre-invasion worth. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed the tough rhetoric around sanctions today and criticized world leaders who still think that war and war crimes are not something as horrific as financial losses. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said the war and the sanctions are causing economic pain around the world.
Russia's invasion disrupted the flow of food for millions of people around the world and caused prices to spike.
Secretary Yellen also said today that President Biden wants Russia to be expelled from the G20, the group that is made up of the world's 20 largest economies, adding that the U.S. will boycott meetings at its next summit if Russian officials show up. Norah?
Weijia Jiang with that new information tonight. Thank you.